husband went to go see something. State master shot him in the field. You know what I'm talking about?
The Butler.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. I know she played that character.
She played that
David
character.
Banner played the father.
Right, David Banner. Right, David Banner. He got shot in the field because the son was like, Daddy, you're not going to do nothing?
Right.
He said, hey, man. He was crying. And the state master went, what? He pulled out the gun and shot him right in front of his son. And you know what? Guess what? That's going to happen again. Shalom. What team you going for today? You watching people? Peru, that's right. Asher, baby. Asher, I know. At least you got a team. We don't. He's cute, man. He ain't got a number. Scratch it up. We got women. We've been digging us, brothers. You best believe it, brother. That time's coming, man. We're kings and priests, man. That's part of the process of this too, man. You know, people don't think that nobody's watching. These people are watching. She's watching across the street. People watching the cars. They watching the internet. They listening. They hear what we're saying, but they don't want to do reality. But this reality is fucking depressing. That's what I tell people the truth. Really, when people fight it, they know it's true. Like this child sex trafficking, you can't argue that. Yesterday was 2,300 plus yesterday, pedophile. You can't argue that. You don't want to deal with that because it's depressing. It's depressing. This truth is depressing. Reality is depressing. Reality sucks. Like I told a woman the other day, listen, your reality is not my reality. I don't wake up to a white picket fence and flowers, man. Right? So I don't fucking smile all day. We don't laugh and smile every day. We might joke here and there, but that's just another way to filter out the pain.
The fruit of thy land and all thy laborers shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and
Didn't we
crushed.
build America? Did we not build America? Did we prosper from building America? When we tilted the ground? We tilted the ground the other day. Are we prospering over that? Is that our land where we went in the backyard and planted flowers at? No. Who owns this land? These devils. We built. Right.
Only oppressed and crushed always. So thou shalt be mad for the sight of thy eyes which thou shalt see. The Lord shall smite thee in the knees and in the legs with a sore butch that cannot be healed.
Yeah, that's right, man. Go
From the sole of thy foot unto the top of thy head.
Shit, matter of fact, man, during that heat, how hot it was, even on the physical looking at that, when we was in the field, man, that heat that was hitting us, man, you know what it is to pick cotton? Your fingers get cut, start bleeding. Y'all brothers ever pick cotton? Picking cotton, no joke, man. Picking cotton, man, your fingers start getting blisters and shit. Being out the field all hot, hours with no water. I never seen a cotton before. I believe that's only in the South. Yeah, it's in the South, right?
Yeah, I see.
You see what? You picked cotton before, right? They showed you that movie, 12 Years a Slave. When the sister with the short hair, that looked kind of like a Hamitic, she's an Israelite, she was picking cotton, she was the top one, man. Yeah, if you didn't pick enough cotton by the end of the day, they will beat your ass, man, in front of the slaves. But that's why people want to forget. That's why the Most High said, remember, the Lord requires that which is past. So since y'all want to forget about slavery, that's why you got to get it again. That's why these can't. This is the new age, transatlantic slave trade, right here. That's the new age slave trade. And guess what? They're going to be shipping motherfuckers too. They ain't going to be just throwing people in camps. If you're young, fine, good looking, you're going to be sold as in sex trafficking. If you got organs that are good and that meet your criteria, if you got the same blood type as the Valor.child, they're going to rip that shit out of your belly. You're going to have a little motherfucker from Saul coming out.
You're working on that now.
What?
You're working on that now.
That's why 6'9", 69, that's a Baphomet. As above, so below. That's a Mason saying, man. That's a Mason saying, man. And notice he got the little saw, the little jigsaw from the movie Saw. And that's what will happen. He'll come out when they start torturing people in the camps. That's what's going to happen. Go ahead.
The Lord shall bring thee and thy king which thou shalt see set over thee unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
Mm-hmm. We didn't know these heathen nations. When you read down back in the verses, it tells you, as fast as the eagle flieth, the nation shall come, speaking a different tongue. He was speaking broken forms of Hebrew, Hebreo. They came speaking from España, the Edomites from Spain, speaking Spanish. What's up, sister? Shalom. You too, sister. Shalom. Shalom, shalom. You too. Hey, but that's beautiful.
That's Puerto Rican.
Hey, that's Ephraim, the tribe of Ephraim. You a sister. You an Israelite, daughter of Zion. And that's heavy that you said that. Please forgive for my ignorance. That takes a powerful person to say that. That's beautiful. Hey, but that's beautiful. You come up and do that. That's powerful. I remember you cursed us out. We cursed each other out before. Hey, but I know because my mom is Ephraim. She's Puerto Rican too. It's all right. Hey, but you see that? The sister came up. You see that? The sister came up. Hey, but you see that though, right? The sister came up and apologized, man. That's beautiful. Most I bless you. Most I bless you for that, yo. But that's why we gotta be patient with our people. We all been traumatized and fucked up in this place, man. Yeah. Thank you, beautiful.
No.
So why you cursed me out earlier if I'm gorgeous?
All my brothers will go to the kingdom.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're all gonna get there, sister. We're gonna get there soon. Let me read the scripture. Let me finish this up.
Down 1 to 10.
You're a beautiful person. Most I bless you. Most I
Y'all
bless
be
you.
good and be
You too.
safe.
Shalom, sister. Be good. Yeah, she's beautiful, man. See that, man? You see that? That's beautiful, man. Look at that. Sister like that be healed, man. But what happened earlier? We just could curse her out. Right? All you crackhead, that's you. Yeah. See? You see? Most High showed us something, man. Showed her a vision, and we became gentle. What does the scripture say about being gentle? Smooth words. Yeah, and that's something I've learned. This elder knows when I first came to the church about a girl with fat ass can get their butt cheeks cut open. All types of shit. I used to say, you will with fat asses? Because he always said that first video I seen you in, man. He said, you talk about cutting asses. I don't forget. I don't know why. I had this garment on too. I had this garment on. Yeah, I had a white bandana. Yeah, I had a white bandana. I had this garment on. That's the spirit. I had this garment on. I was like, man, you girls with fat asses, you're going to get your butt cheeks cut. That's funny. She got a big ass. Yeah. I was really thinking. She needs some love too. That shit was funny as hell. But look, you see, we gotta be patient. Right. See, well, she needs healing too, man. Right. And she blessed the province. You know what I mean? She gave a hug. I felt the sincerity in her. She's going through pain, man. That's why you go through so much pain, you're gonna curse people out that's closest to you. That's why Jake killed each other on the street, because ain't nobody around us. Nobody wanna fuck with us. So what do you take your anger on? Your family, man. You take your anger on your family, not justifying it, but you do that. Sometimes we do that. I got arguments with this elder. He cursed me, I curse him out. But at the end of the day, it's just demons, man. You know our brother, it's just we all stressed out. It's just fucking demons, you know? And we hug each other and that's it, keep it moving. That's all you gotta forgive, man. You gotta forgive.
And that's what the Lord Yahweh was talking about when he said, you know what I'm saying, like that we be like little children. You know, because like the brother said, we get into arguments sometimes, it's family, you know what I mean? Yeah. But at the end of the day, we're gonna come back and we're gonna come back stronger.
Yeah, that's true, man, because you forgive your biological family. What about brothers in the truth? Your spiritual family. You gotta be able to forgive, man. You gotta be able to forgive your family, man. And you're gonna make mistakes. We all stressed out. We ain't gonna be fighting in the kingdom, man. We ain't gonna be irritated in the kingdom. We're gonna be having too much fun in the kingdom, man. Right. We're gonna be having blessings. If we're gonna read the blessings too, we're gonna do that, the curses, and then we gotta jump down to chapter 28. But we also gotta bring the good thing about the things that are coming, which is hell. But we also gotta balance it out too, man. Because you can't walk around all moped down, stressed out all the time. You'll lose your fucking mind. So after the curses, we're gonna go to the blessings, bring the balance, man.
The Lord shall bring thee and thy king which thou shalt set over thee unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and thou shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, a byword among all nations.
Byword. These are the bywords right here. Niggas. They even call the Native Americans prairie niggas. That's spiritual. No dogs, no Mexicans, no blacks. It sounds like that.
Yeah.
I was about to say that. Spirit, Irish. The niggas of Ireland. The Southeast Asians, Laos and Cambodians, the niggas of Ireland, of Asia. That nigga, that term, these are bywords. Black, Negro. What the fuck is that? What's a black people? What is black? The brother got a black shirt on the side. His arms are brown. Where the fuck is black from? If you want to get technical, we're the real white people, the pure people, man. The beautiful people. We're the real white people. And you Edomites, you Rothschilds, you're the real black people, man. Your black ass is going to slavery. Right. Yeah. Y'all get that.
But it's just that good. Astonishment. You know, the baseball, the football, basketball, and shit. Like, they win astonishment. Like, because without us, that sports and all that shit be garbage. ESPN, there would be no fucking ESPN sports and all that shit. We make with sports in. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for us, man, that shit be garbage. Nobody would have trouble about it.
Yeah, let me say this real quick. We're the ones that brought the personality into these sports. Watch an old ass basketball video, like in the 40s when they was playing basketball. They had some high ass shorts that would be tight as hell, baggy looking, and just Edomites just running back and forth. And, you know, they had no spirit. Who brought the dunk in and all the fancy moves and all that? It was so-called blacks, man. So-called blacks. Look at baseball. Baseball got its personality when they started letting so-called blacks and Hispanics play, man.
Golf?
Yeah.
Tiger Woods destroyed that shit. That shit was corny as hell. Once Tiger started playing that golf, that's why Esau had to get him later on. They had to, and nigga, they got jealous. They've always been jealous about him. And as a matter of fact, the basketball, from my research, the Mayans will cut off Esau's head. They will cut heads off and throw it through hoops for fun. That's what the Mayans did, Los Mayas. They will cut motherfuckers' head off and throw their heads through a hoop. Go ahead.
Whether the Lord shall lead thee, thou shalt carry much seed out unto the field, and shalt gather but little in. For the locust shall consume it. Thou shalt plant vineyards and dress them, but shalt neither drink of the wine, nor gather the grapes, for the worms shall eat them. Thou shalt have olive trees throughout all thy coast, but thou shalt not anoint thyself with the oil. For thy olive shall cast its fruit. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them.
Right, we don't enjoy our sons and daughters, man. Do you enjoy your sons and daughters in society? No. The government can take your kids from you. If you discipline your children, they will lock you up. So they'll call it child abuse. That's what the system does, man. You ain't got no power over your family, man. You're supposed to discipline your children, man. That goes back to Ecclesiasticus 30. When this society take your children from you, and then 2 homosexuals will adopt your children. 2 transgenders will adopt your children, man. That's the society we live in. But I'm gonna stay here. This is a sick society, man. That's realistic. That's why cats can see they don't want to hear it. And everything we're saying is true, but they don't want to deal with it, man, because it's stressful. But guess what? The prophets, This prophets was, what do you call that? Party poopers? Yeah, the prophets were party poopers, man. Right. They would poop your party. The prophets were the type of dudes, you start partying, the prophets would come in, it's dark and the lights are out. Motherfuckers drinking. The prophets were the guys that would come in and then turn on the lights. Party's over. Party's over. That's what we're saying. Party's over, man. Like the police. We're the spiritual police. We shut shit down for the Spirit of the Lord. Jake don't like that. You go up in the club and you say, last call for alcohol, they want to kick your ass, man. They want to keep partying. And then when the lights go on, you got motherfuckers still trying to party. They're still trying to party and stay in the club. Yo, you got to go. Come on, you got to go. You got to go. They don't want to go. Good.
Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity.
Your children are going to go into captivity. Guess what? When your kids come into the society, that still applies. Your kid is a stock in the market, man. That's why the paper that the birth certificates that are in, it's the same paper as the bank note. You don't own your children. That's why they have something called Social Security numbers, man. Social Security number. You sign your kids away to the government, man. You don't own your kids. If your kids ain't yours, your children ain't yours, man. Don't get no vaccines and shots. See what happens, man. If your kids, they'll lock your ass up. They'll lock your ass up, man. And that vaccine's known to give children autism, man. That's why autism is an all-time high.
And that's what the northern tribes, like the Mexicans, outside of them, they're trying to become legal citizens in this country. So basically, they want to get a social security card, they want to have a birth certificate, they want to be registered slaves. Happy registered slave. And
You know, because this whole American dream that they bought into, this shit is a fucking nightmare. See, because the whole thing with that is like, because where they're from is fucked up. Right. Well, this is just an illusion over here. When they think, oh, it's America, they used to actually say that. That America was gold force. Yeah, people actually saying that. Like, that was actually talked about overseas. People actually talked about America as the place to be, and there's gold floors. I remember when I was a kid, they used to be people that used to actually believe that. Oh, America, oh my God. But guess what? Now a lot of people don't want to come over here. A lot of people leave this country. A lot of people don't want to move over here, man. And now they got a new thing, because a lot of Colombian women want to move down here. I'm hearing now that Colombian women don't woke up. They said, fuck that. We heard how hard it is over there. We staying over here. So when you go down there, you have yourself a little woman, and then she got her boyfriends and shit. But then when you go down there, she makes you feel like the only one. And then when your black ass leaves, then she gets you calls her men back. Now they don't even want to go back. And then you over here, simple as hell, sending her money over there, and she's fucking other dudes. But when you go over there, it's like you're king when you go down there. When you leave, it's like, oh fuck that. Yeah. She call other niggas. That's the new thing now. These other women, the tribes, they don't want to come over here. These women, they don't want to come. They know how hard it is over here. They heard how hard it is over here. A Simeonite woman told me, a Dominican woman told me, she said it's hard out here. An Ecuadorian woman told me that. She said it's very hard out here. And not for nothing. I mean, it's crazy back home, whatever, but it's much relaxed to live in, man. It's much chill and laid back. And they happier with this. They happier, man. They're not committing suicide like here in America, man. But you live in the American dream, it becomes American nightmare.
All thy trees and fruit of thy land shall the locusts consume. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thy very high, and thou shalt come down very low, and he shall lead to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head.
Right. Read that. You shall be the head. Go ahead. They're going to be the head. The enemies. Go ahead.
He shall lend to thee, and he shall not lend to him.
Right. We're not going to lend. Meaning we're not going to be the ones on top. They got the thing called loan sharks or whatever. We don't have nothing to lend out. When you want loans, what do? You go to the what? The banks. Right? Then you got to get accepted for the bank. You got to have a certain amount of credit. You got to have this. You got to have that. We don't own no global banks. Ain't no Israelite global banks to lend out money to different nations. That doesn't happen. We don't own nothing as a people. As a nation of people, we don't own nothing. That's us right there. Go ahead.
Hey, the national debt. What do you think that's to? Who do you think they owe? They owe bankers, man. That big national debt that they got on the side of that building that keeps growing. That's the bankers, man. That's the actual elite banking systems. This Wells Fargo, Bank of America, all that, they're owned by the same families, man. They're owned by the same damn families. They started all up in Europe. They started in Europe. They know, they know how the financial system works. You know, you so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you're 400 years behind, man, in this banking game. The so-called white man knows what he's doing. But you know what? What's funny about it is the Heavenly Father actually...
That's a Templar.
Before that.
Yeah, before
no,
that.
I'm talking in the Levitical law. There's a bank.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna show you something. According to Scripture, you're not supposed to charge a fellow Israelite interest, right? But you can charge the other nation's interest, man.
Right.
That's gangster as hell. Right. Who's your father?
Keep it in the family.
Oh, he's a cracker. 20-30% interest. Give that cracker a nice APR too, man. And when I mean nice, I'm being facetious.
Oh, man.
But we can't charge. If I loan him $20, I should only expect back $20.
After 7 years, if you don't pay a debt back, it becomes clear. Yeah. That's what the banks do.
To who?
Yeah. To who? Yeah. They get that. They get this whole banking from the scriptures, man.
It's a lot. And they're actually off because it's not so much that they forgive the debt; it just falls off the credit report after 10 years. They're not even doing it after the 7 years. They're doing it after 10 years.
Right.
Shalom. Yeah, that's beautiful. But the elder brought that out. Beautiful. That's true, man. The Knights of Templars, the whole banking accounts and the checking accounts and all that, they get that from the Knights of Templars. And that was Jake's. That was Israel, man. That were ruling. We will loan out. And what happened was King Philip of France was in debt, and he declared war. He declared war on the Knights of Templars, man. That's where you get the whole Friday the 13th, October, was it 1303? So yeah, man, gold and silver, that's real money, man. Abraham was rich in what? Federal Reserve notes, which these FRS is privately owned. This is a privately owned bank. They just call it Federal Reserves. That's why they call it Federal Reserve. It's privately owned, but they just call it Federal Reserve, so you don't question on it. That's illegal, man. Now you got to find out who is the country indebted to. Who is the country indebted to? Since it's privately owned, you got to investigate and find out. You find out the elites, man. These motherfuckers right here. The Rothschilds, the Illuminati. They control this whole system, man. You know about, yeah, that's right. You know about that. This is reality here, man. The Rothschilds control all this shit, man. They control this bullshit, man. The systems, I believe it's 5 companies or 6 companies that spread out to different branches that own everything. Go ahead. And you notice they're centralizing everything, man. They're centralizing the internet. They're centralized with this chip, this RFID chip, which I believe, where is it? Is it Sweden? Isn't it microchipping? There was an article this week that came out about the chip. I think it's Sweden. Right.
Just to prove and back up what we just said, Deuteronomy 23 verse 19, thou shalt not lend upon usury to thy brother, usury of money, usury of victuals, usury of anything that is lent upon usury.
So the Most High covers everything, man. He covers the money system. He covers the dietary laws. In our kingdom, everything's going to be righteous. There ain't going to be no FRNs. Ain't going to be no FRNs, man. And that's why you be having things like economic collapse. And guess who has all the gold and silver? See, at least they know this. They know the scriptures. They have all the gold and silver. They robbed all the gold and silver, and they want to give everybody a chip. That's total control, man. They want to drop the currency, keep all the real money, and just chip the people, man. Imaginary money. Money out of thin air. That's the biggest robbery ever, man. Go ahead.
It says, verse 20, unto a stranger thou mayest lend upon usury, but unto thy brother thou shalt not lend upon usury.
Right.
That the Lord thy power may bless thee in all that thou settest thine hand to in the land whither thou goest to possess it.
They said thou mayest. That's deep, man. So on the strength, they say, you know what, man, you a heathen. Usury. You're not of our nation. That's a separation. That's why these Jewish people, these devils, they have their own ambulances. They got their own banks.
Right.
They lend to their old schools. Yeah. These Jewish people got their own thing. They don't integrate with you Negroes. They don't give two damn about you Negroes and you Latinos. They got their own everything, these Jewish people. Right. Hey, man, you want to talk about the Bible? We talk about the Jewish people, the fake Illuminati. You know about the Illuminati?
Yeah, I don't know about it.
You know about the Rothschilds? Come on, you know about it. You watch YouTube, man. You don't know about the Illuminati?
Not really.
You got to get on the internet then, man. You shouldn't be teaching the people if you don't know. You look like Peter Parker or something. Like he's stupid running. But you're supposed to say to take that course. Come over here, tell what's up, man. How's everything with that? Everything good? Let's see again. You too.
And thou shalt be the tail. Moreover, these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearken not unto the voice of the Lord, thy power.
Because thou not hearken unto the Lord, thy power, these are all the shit that's going to happen, man. And that's wicked as hell what they do. Just that alone, which we got to start bringing that out too, man. Just that alone, we can fall back and say America's going to be destroyed. That's why the economic collapse. That prevents economic collapses, man. When you deal with a system like that. And they took the gold out the money system. It was in 1913. They took the gold out gold and silver is real money. Gold and silver is real money. That dollar that you got in your back pocket, that's not real money. That's fake money. That's funny money. That's why the economy collapse is coming. I can't wait till people get trucked, man. Women, man, oh, I can't wait, boy. Proud of that, that's why America got destroyed. How you gonna be pride? How you stupid and prideful? You can't be stupid and be prideful, man. Everything that we're talking about is real. This is real, man. Everything that we're saying is real. What's so funny about what we're saying? Shalom, brother.
To keep his commandments and his statutes,
That's why when we get total control, everything's going to go back to the Israelites, Yahushua, the King of Kings, and he's going to do everything like the Father said, how the Father set it up. The money system's going to go back to this, man. But the first 1,000 years, you going to go hardcore slavery. Ain't no be no hard. You coming into work, you get paid $9 an hour, and then you might do overtime. If we pay, then we take Medicaid, that system ain't going to be like that. And our system ain't going to be no 9 to 4. It's going to be 24 hours, 6 days a week working. They gonna work hard. You gonna work hard, man. Ain't gonna be no, okay, I'm gonna do some overtime. And then when their check comes short, they're gonna come cry to their boss. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, I just got paid short. Y'all owe me $45 for my overtime. Nah, you need a mic. You gonna serve hardcore labor, man. Free labor like you did to us, man. You're gonna serve hardcore slavery, right? And that proves there's a separation right there too. The Most High now with the heathens thou madest through usury. But with your fellow brethren, no. That proves right there that the Most High is about separation. It's a law. It's a law. It's a law. Care for your brethren. Love your brethren. Did not Yahushua say that? If you love your brethren, you ain't gonna do no usury with you. You my people. I got you. Do that right now in the world. Oh, you my man. All right, for you, $50. You my man. That's the spirit. Oh, I don't know you. I don't know you. See, the heathens, you don't know us. Did not Yahushua say that? We know what we worship. Because salvation for the Jews. And salvation is only for us. So these other heathen nations, man, I don't know you. You're not our people. 30%. But if you're a brother and sister, okay, sister, no problem. Boom, we deal with you. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how they do it. See, they read these scriptures, these Jewish people, and they act like they're the Jews. That's why they oppress our people. That's why they bombing those Palestinians over there, too. They, in their mind, they think that, wait a second, they're the Goyim. We're the Israelites, and they're the pieces of shit. We can treat them like shit.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee. And these shall be upon thee for a sign and a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
Upon thy seed forever. So this is a generational curse, man. That's going to fall upon our people. This banking system, we just cut the banking system. It's for the Lord. This banking system alone just proves that society's wicked. We can just bring that out. We can close this book right now. The book, and you know what? America's going to be destroyed. And that's it. We already proved that America's going to go down. Go ahead. Yeah. And they know this, man. They read these scriptures, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, and also, just to show you how these banking systems are off, let's say you buy let's say a house. You buy a house that's worth $100,000. You take out a loan with the interest and everything. Let's say you pay, I don't know, $1,000 a month. You pay $1,000 a month on that loan. Just an example, because I never bought a house before, so I don't know. But let's say you run out of money after you paid $100,000, but you know that with interest and shit, with interest, you know, you got to pay more. They done made their $100,000 back that they sold you, and then they get to take your house from you and sell it to somebody else for that same $100,000, maybe more.
It's a racket, yeah.
Maybe more. So they got $200,000 off the same house.
Even with the property tax, that's wicked as hell. Yeah. You never own nothing here, man. You don't own nothing. You don't own shit over here, man. Well, I own my house. Don't pay no property taxes, man. You don't own the land, actual land. They know that you have to own the land. You have no land, man. Right.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy power with joyfulness and for gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things.
See, we're supposed to be rejoicing in the Lord, follow his laws. And the laws are not grievous. You know, hey, this is coming, tú sabes esto, this is coming. Esto va a venir para América pronto, tú sabes eso. Fuego va a venir, sí, con Trump. Trump va a ser el último presidente. Trump va para abajo, tú sabes eso. Trump se va para abajo.
Con el país.
Con el país. You see, hey, no, man. She just don't want to do reality. People know what we say is true. They don't want to do reality. That's why they run. You can't run from this, though. It's fiery. That's fire that's coming. Not even what's that? What's that dude? Bolton, Jamaican brother. Usain Bolton. Usain Bolton. Which I heard they trying to take his medals away from shit. Yeah. One of his teammates cheated or some shit. Teammates, yeah. They took his too? Yeah, they took because he fucked up, so everybody else fucked up. Oh, shit. So Usain Bolt was doing the drugs too? No, he wasn't. His one of his teammates was. Oh, shit. You know, could be on like that. Wow. Hey, that's the spirit. They don't let you get nothing, man. Mayweather's next too. They gonna watch. They gonna cuss him out. They get tired. That's why they try to have him go in the UFC. They want to see him get knocked out. Right.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst, and in nakedness,
Right.
and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, and until he have destroyed thee.
Yeah, until he have destroyed thee, man. He stripped us from everything, man. He stripped us from everything. He stripped us from our families, man. He stripped us from our women, from our children. That's why you don't see women lined up over here saying, "Shalom, brother, shalom." That's why you don't see our women covered up from head to toe. All our Israelite women are going to be covered up in our kingdom, and they're going to love it too. Our women are going to be covered up in the kingdom of heaven. I know it's hard to believe, but that's the power of the Lord. These women of the tribes will actually be covered up from head to toe. All this bullshit, this fake ass money system, all this wickedness going on, this usury that we just brought out to the spirit, all these interest rates, the high rent, the this, the that.